Ross is currently talking to the former president of the United States of America. What a fucking insane planet we live on right now. Oh my, is it over? Is the stream over? Is this how it ends? I'm in tears. I'm in tears. Like, this is, it's over. It's done. That's the end of the stream. Wow. Wow. What a fucking time to be alive. Okay. Oh my God. All right. Couple things. Okay. The reason why, I want to know how this got put together. I suspect Dana White had something to do with it. Obviously, they brought him up. I want to know if fucking Barron is like an Adin Ross stan, potentially. If Barron was like a fan, if Barron was Adin Ross stan, I'd lose my fucking mind. That would be amazing. Yes, he said it. He did. Trump said he is. Oh my God. Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. Trump said Barron watches Adin. No fucking way, dude. So, you know, State Guys paid a shit ton to get Trump to come just to get Adin to talk about crypto. I cannot, like, how is this a real world that we live in? How is this? That means Barron knows who you are? No. No. I'm sure that's not the case. He's probably not following that closely. He said to Adin, my son Barron has said great things about you. There is so much to unpack. Hassan, do you really think this will move the needle at all? No, of course not. What the fuck? No, dude, no one like interview that Donald Trump conducts is going to move the needle in a positive direction for him. Donald Trump is already maxed out on his name recognition. Anything like, there's a lot of new voters. There's a lot of young voters. I suspect that like he'll get a lot of, I suspect that he'll probably get a lot of like real organic advertising out of this through social media, but he's also going to get a shitload of negative. He's probably going to get a shitload of negative ads launched against him as well. He got shot and it didn't move the needle. Yeah, exactly. So I think that overall, like, I don't think this moves the needle that significantly. I don't think this moves the needle that significantly. I suspect that like liberals will probably shit on like I said this before, they'll shit on Adin a lot. Like liberal media will shit on Adin a lot just to like shit on Donald Trump. They'll be like, this is who he's associating with. You know what I mean? It's like Republicans do this as well. Bradley Martin talking shit right now to who? I can't believe this is a real photo. I cannot believe this is a real photo. This is awesome. This is amazing. Adin didn't talk at all. I don't know how they would. So I don't know. I don't know if this like moves the needle in a positive direction. Ultimate for Donald Trump. I don't know what could technically move the needle in a positive direction. It feels like he's just farming every avenue he potentially could farm. You know what I mean? He's just like looking for any outlet. Overall, what are your honest thoughts on the stream? Cinema. Okay. That's my immediate reaction is this. I feel like in a laboratory, if they just like got together and conducted a perfect stream for me to react to, I would say this is it. You got two dudes that I know personally, okay, both of which do not like me anymore at all, getting together and like dick riding the former president, the former Republican president, one of the most polarizing figures, a person that I think is very telegenic, a person that you're a clown. You're a clown. This is amazing. Haha, loser. You can get banned now for politics, loser. You a big nose white bitch. Lemafea. Haha, JK, love you. Bro, it's 4th of July and you're spending your time on UK elections. Yeah. It's bringing back a lot of my favorite types of chatters in here too. Okay. But can you see the full video? Adin was trying to show Trump. He shows the URL before he closed the Chrome. No. I mean, unless you guys have it. I love people saying I'm a clown when the fucking former president, like the American politics is a clown show. Me being a clown in this circumstance would mean that I'm, with it. Okay. I'm with it. I'm at the same level. We got the fucking former president going to kick.com to Adin Ross's stream, dude. This is the one word to describe. 208 views. You found it. So after Zelensky, it was Benjamin Netanyahu, Vladimir Putin, Gary Gensler, J.D. Vance, Vivek Ramaswamy, Robert F. Kennedy, Kamala Harris, and then Joe Biden. Damn, I wish they fucking blew past those. That would have been sick. I wanted to see it. Bro, you're a sellout. What? What is going on, bro? You all right? All the weirdos are in here today. Jason, what is this? Jason Palladino says the only logical response from the Harris campaign is for her to go on Assange stream and receive illegal gifts. Yes, I will give Kamala Harris illegal gifts if she comes on the stream. Don't worry. All the weirdos popped out today. Yeah, I mean, this is I don't even know what I'm selling out to. But overall, we are at, this is the clown show, okay? We are in the clown car, okay? Having the former president who's actively campaigning to be president again going on Adin Ross's stream is clown show, okay? Straight up. I personally think it's clown show shit. Do I think that this will activate a base of young voters? I don't think so. Do I think that this will activate a base of young voters for like to go out and vote for Donald Trump? I don't think so either. But a lot of people will think that for sure, because a lot of people who are extremely online, people on Twitch, people on Kick, people in this space, people on Twitter, we have a tendency to greatly exaggerate the impact that this kind of stuff has. Because we have horse blinders on, right? So in our minds, like, we look at a situation like this and we don't have the proper tools of analyzing it. I think that this will probably get him a lot of like humanizing moments. There were a lot of moments in here where Trump looked like a real human, and that's not like a bad thing necessarily. This will make him look decent for a lot of people on TikTok. People will be like, oh, he's like your older uncle, right? Like because there wasn't so much like immigrants, like 12 million Guatemalans are raping your daughter or whatever that he normally talks about. He didn't say all that shit. It was mostly just like him listening to music, stuff like that, right? So I will say that my initial reaction to it is that I don't think that this will end up like showing any sort of significant boost in the polls regardless. Even if it did, it wouldn't show it in the polls. Even if there was genuine momentum from like a youth base of support, especially after like all the TikTok marketing that comes in, I still don't think it would show up in the polls regardless, because like those are people you will never be able to poll. Oh, he did talk about immigrants. I missed it. I only saw like the last hour, I guess. I don't know how long it went. But why should you focus on Trump when other shit matters? Just what the trend fits? Hey, guys, let's forget about what's really going on and focus on Trump. You're doing exactly what mainstream media did when Trump was president. Yo, hey, dumb fuck. Hey, you dumb fuck. Let me explain something to you, okay? Dumb fuck. I covered an active genocide going on for the past 10 months, and I haven't stopped covering that. Just because you tuned in today to be like, ooh, now I'm interested in politics, doesn't change that fucking reality, okay? You weren't in here. I didn't see you fucking shooting. I didn't see you shooting in the gym, okay? You weren't around. It's like maybe you feel stupid about your renewed interest in politics, but don't try to fucking take that out on me. I'm a political commentator. I talk about politics every goddamn day, whether it's Donald Trump talking to Adin Ross or whether it's some shit that you don't give a fuck about. And I haven't stopped covering that for the past 10 fucking years too. So suck my dick, okay? Having said that, let's get back to the main point of contention here, because a lot of people are probably going to assume, especially in these circles, that like, oh, this is going to get like a lot of momentum for Donald Trump. I don't think so. Mad because you got called out? Crash out, bro. Congrats, bro. Of course it gets hostile. Yeah, because you're being a fucking idiot. Like, if you're being an idiot in the chat, I'm going to fucking bring that energy back to you. Why are you you called me a sellout. This just proved my point. Congrats. What is the point? Is the point that you're stupid? Because that's the only point that you proved. All right, take a week off. The fuck? Oh, you're crashing out. Anyway, weirdo chatters. He uploaded the first 30 minutes. Like, what the heck? Okay, we'll look at the first 30 minutes. I think there was a lot of audio issues or whatever. Anyway, having said that, where was I? As far as like genuine momentum for Donald Trump, I don't think so. I think that this is a really good media opportunity for Trump? No, I think that this is like a little bit desperate. But then again, it's significantly better. It's significantly better for him to do this than to go on like what's Buck Sexton's radio show that gets like 600 views on YouTube, right? And he's doing all that too. So he is all around. He is doing a full scale assault in every avenue he can get on, right? For many people, they have no idea who the fuck Buck Sexton is. Even people who follow politics closely don't know who the fuck Buck Sexton is. That is a real political commentator, former CIA agent, who is a right-wing guy. He has a radio show that nobody fucking gives a shit about that Donald Trump went on, you know? People saying you're coping and acting weird as if they didn't open Twitch to join your stream to be weird. Yeah, I know. Also, what do you mean? This is like my Christmas. You know, this is my Super Bowl. This is amazing. So overall, I think that Trump's, are you like Canadian or something? XQ, the most incomprehensible Quebecois sentence known to man, Trump's. Folks, we are going to make it legal to kill him. That's funny. So like this gives him juice, but not as much juice as you think it does. That's it. You made a lot of kids mad with this. I hope that he deports you to Turkey at the top of replies. Adin Ross committing a possible FEC violation by offering a presidential candidate a Rolex watch worth well over $3,300 max cap for individual donations. Right before they react together to a PowerPoint slide of Friends of Trump is peak clown show. I mean, bro's hating so hard. It's a gift. Nelka's done it before, gifted him numerous things. What are you talking about? Hard levels of cope here. Anyway, we also have a lot more to talk about as well, but as far as like the Adin Ross stuff, I will watch the rest of this, but as I called it already, who is Adin Ross? Justin Horowitz explains, the popular streamer interviewing Trump who has connections to neo-Nazis. I told you that this would happen. I told you that this would happen from the start. I told you that Adin Ross doesn't understand that like people are going to come after him in an effort to attack Donald Trump. And remember, Adin reacted to that clip where I was like, listen, I'm very excited about this prospect of Adin interviewing Donald Trump because I think it's tremendous content. It's great for me. I love it. I listen to Donald Trump all the time, right? This is a much more unique, dynamic, more interesting environment for him to be in on a fucking kick stream. Having said that, however, I know how the fucking media works, which is why I was saying from the jump that like when he actually does this thing, that mainstream media will come after him. They will use his connections to all these fucking weird people and the shit that he's done to attack Donald Trump. That's just how the media works. So that's what I was talking about. And that will probably be played into the weirdo narrative. Like Trump is weird. Why did he go on the stream of a person who like smelled the seat of Andrew Tate? You know what I mean? This is a funny meme from bomb lefts in the community. So, but it doesn't matter what mainstream media says is Trump. What do you mean it doesn't matter? People who watch kick streams are not going out to vote. Okay? People who watch MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, and ABC, CBS, NBC, those are the people who fucking go out and vote. What are you talking about? So overall, that's what they will see from this. Like the people that actually do go out and vote are the people who are going to watch the secondary coverage of this. Haaretz, Trump, former President Donald Trump told internet online personality Adin Ross that there's going to be an attack tonight by Iran on Israel. I'm hearing there's going to be an attack tonight by Iran on Israel. It's on Haaretz. Oh my God, it's amazing. What? It's a cope, mass hysterical cope, but you're saying all this because you're paid millions by sheep in your chat, so GG's brother can't blame you. A thing that I'll never understand is why people say that I'm like, I have like some secret reason for saying the things I'm saying, when I've said a lot of things that have garnered a shit ton of anger and ire in my direction. if anything, I'm honest to a fucking fault. And what I think is really funny about this is that, like, you're talking about a guy who is completely captured by a crypto gambling casino that literally pays his fucking bills and helps him sustain his lifestyle. I don't have any of that shit. So I don't know why it's like Adin Ross fans coming in here to be like, dude, you're fucking captured by your audience. It's like, no, I yell at my audience on a regular basis, as a matter of fact. I clicked expecting you to be melting down, not smiling, but I guess that's what clips do to people's character. Yeah, this is amazing. We all watched it, and half of your viewers came from there, and they can vote. I think you are coping. Washington Post and Wall Street Journal reporting, citing officials that there will be an attack on Israel tonight or tomorrow. Yeah. Like, if I wanted to, guys, if I wanted to grift, never forget, there's a lot of people in here that normally don't watch, and I think they probably thought I'd be like super mad or something because this happened. And to them, I have to say, you probably got duped. You probably got duped by clips you saw online. You probably don't know what I truly believe. And, you know, stick around. Maybe your mind will change. That's number one. Number two, in terms of like, in terms of me being a grifter or whatever, I would just become a right-wing grifter. If I wanted to grift, why wouldn't I just do right-wing shit? If you're coming in here and you've been baited from clips, then you probably have some right-wing tendencies. You probably think it's, the correct way to think. Think about how much more you'd love me if I was, oh my God, he's malding. What? I don't think you guys understand what malding is. I'm not malding at all. What is happening? What? Okay. Anyway, let's watch. Let's watch the beginning parts of the interview that I missed, and then we'll go into some other news that are going to understand. Okay.
You know, I have work to do. I'm done. I fixed it.
Where you going? I'm ready, bro. I'm really gonna do this shit. Y'all don't understand, bro. I'm really. And I just want to say, bro.
Yes. Oh my God. According to Zach Boozy, the Adin Ross Real Donald stream was only the third highest peak kick stream of 2024. Overall, it was the 12th highest peak live view stream of the year so far. That is if we believe the kick numbers. Sure, let's believe it. 583K. That's where it's at. Bit of an L, but, you know, it's all good. It would have been higher if you didn't leech. You have said way worse things, dumbass. Wait, what? I have. Like what? Adin Ross has like actively told his fans to fucking kill or slit the throats of their siblings for watching my stream. That's like not even in the top 10 worst shit that he has said. It's kind of wild for you to think that like me getting clipped out of context to say like, oh, streaming is a difficult job is like reaching that metric. He right though? Shut up, Hasanabi heads. This is another one. Okay, this is a phenomenal one. This is one of my favorite clips of Adin Ross in general. This is, you know, I mean, he's come a fucking very long way from this. From learning what a fascist means to interviewing a proto-fascist, like, is pretty fire.
What does a fascist mean?
It means you are a far right authorization ultra analyst political ideology movement characterized by dictator leadership, centralized autocracy, militarism, forcible suppression of opposition. So I don't know what that means, bro. I swear to God, I don't know what the fuck a fascism is. I don't know what the fuck that is. But
it's in the New York Times. Adin Ross just presented Trump with a red, white, and blue Tesla Cybertruck that's been decorated in his honor. Make America Great Again is written on the hood, and the image of the former president raising his fist in defiance after the assassination attempt against him is emblazoned on the side. Trump climbed into the electric vehicle's passenger seat, and the two men listened to California Dreamin' by the Mamas and the Papas. Trump's interview with the streamer Adin Ross is now stretched over 70 minutes and shows no sign of flagging. Ross, wearing a MAGA hat, encouraged the more than 500,000 people watching the stream to vote for the former president, prompting Trump to say the endorsement was unusual for an interaction framed as a journalistic interview. I've been doing this for years with people who really do like me, and even they stop short of what you did. I think it's ethical and smart, Trump said. He was like, why won't Brett Baer endorse me? Why? That's crazy. I can't believe that. Bro, Sean Hannity sucks Trump as hard as Adin did. It's not like he's, you know, just because he doesn't openly say you have to vote for him doesn't mean that it's like, you know, that doesn't mean that it's getting the same fucking point across. The video game streamer Adin Ross just gave Trump a gold Rolex watch while interviewing him live at Mar-a-Lago. Ross is known for his extensive watch collection and for surprising fans with gifts of luxury watches. The New York Times trying to do like serious coverage over something so that is so categorically unserious is amazing. It's like tripling down or quadrupling down on the content. Unlike the last time, I think the DNC is going to get Obama to come on Kai stream to promote Kamala. Maybe. Oh my God. So much is happening in the world that like RFK dumping a fucking dead bear in Central Park and then voluntarily revealing that information for no reason whatsoever didn't even like reach my like I need to cover this story hurdle. Anyway, interview RFK Jr. Yeah, that's a real thing that RFK Jr. did. He fucking talked about it, as a matter of fact. Asked in a live stream interview today about the cause of the recent big declines in global stock markets, Trump appeared to blame immigrants, saying they're coming out of mental institutions and they're pouring into the United States and they're hurting and damaging our country. Many economists point to data that shows slowing growth in the American economy as the reason for the market downturn. Trump is sitting for a live interview right now with Adin Ross, a 23-year-old internet personality and online streamer, during which he will most likely talk about his pitch to young people. According to some polls, Harris has made up ground with younger voters who were reluctant to support Biden before he dropped out. In a post on his social media site about the interview, Trump said that the American dream for young people was dead under the Biden administration. He was my neighbor on Point Doom. I got a cell number, lol. I'm tempted to... Okay, don't fucking say shit like that. No, don't do that. Adin Ross, a video game streamer, has drawn controversy in the past for his ties to Andrew Tate, the former kickboxer and influencer who was indicted in Romania on human trafficking charges, accusations Tate denies, as well as to Kanye West. Ross arrived at Mar-a-Lago today in a Tesla Cybertruck decorated with the American flag with a ubiquitous photograph of defiant Trump with his fist raised that was taken moments after the assassination attempt against him in Pennsylvania last month. The Trump campaign is taking advantage of the downturn in global financial markets, pinning the responsibility on his opponent. Trump prosperity or the Kamala crash, Donald Trump wrote in all caps. Adin just posted this pic. Bro, that don't make him look good, man. To be fair, not much does. I will vote for Biden after this awful stream. This part it will live in my mind permanently. Like, no memes. This right here, oh my God, dude. I'm just going to play this over and over again. I think, like, his hair flying in the wind. Beautiful, luscious locks. Luscious blonde locks. Why is he in a soy Marvel ass stance? Ah, God, what a world. What a time to be alive, dude. What a time to be alive. Did people forget that? How do people forget when he live streamed explicit porn content to an underage audience? It's not that they forgot. It's that they don't know. Like, that's the point. New York Times and all these other fucking outlets have no idea what Adin Ross is or what his background is or all the shit that he's done. But the media will have a field day when they do look into it even a little bit, because right now they are covering the high notes. The high notes are he smelled Andrew Tate's seat. Okay. He doesn't know what a fascist ultranationalist is. Ultranatalist is. But beyond that, like, they obviously will look into the background a little bit and be like, this is a guy who has had a bunch of fucking Nazis on his stream, shit like that. Fairness doctrine was removed in 1987, not late 90s. The removal of the fairness doctrine in 1987 had a significant impact on the media landscape and its relationship to political campaigns, including the enforcement of the fair time rule, also known as the equal time rule. Sleeper agent Adin Ross has been activated by Biden going to destroy Trump's campaign. No, I don't think that it will. I'll say this much. I don't think that this is going to impact Donald Trump in like a super significant way, one way or the other. I don't think that, because honestly, at this point, it's just like nothing moves the needle, dude. Come on. The president got fucking shot. Okay. This guy literally named himself Hassan. Jealous much, Hassan. He got the president on stream. You just sitting on your chair. The jealousy could be seen away from miles away, loser. Bro, you made a sock account and you named it Hassan. I am living so deep inside of your fucking brain. And let me tell you, as someone who's in there, I'm slipping and sliding right now. It's smooth as fuck. Like, that's crazy. You have took time out of your life to do all of this. Please, bro, go outside. I promise you it's better for you. I promise. Like, that's insane, dude. How can you not see that? Anyway, but overall, I mean, that dude is still watching a 3-minute ad break at the top of the hour, by the way, which is, good for me regardless. And you will too, unless you subscribe for $6 or for free with the Twitch Prime. For all the haters out there, if you're like if Kick is your main platform and you're here right now, then you might as well use the Twitch Prime for me, so you can hate better. The moment you make a fake account, you have to realize that something is terribly wrong with your life. Yeah, a lot of people do that though, because they just think it's normal, because they're mostly in Discord servers where actively other people are doing similar things, so they think it's like a normal way to do it. Here's the 3-minute ad break now, by the way. Owen Gila, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, allowing 5 people to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour as well. Does X actually like Trump? Quite the arc. I don't know. I don't know if I think it's just content. Like, I don't think he cares about Trump one way or the other. I doubt that he likes Trump. I think he just liked the opportunity to be on stream with Trump. But I don't know. I mean, he's also Canadian. It doesn't really matter. So maybe he likes Trump. Maybe he's a fucking Trump supporter. I don't fucking know. I don't really care. But let's move on. So let's get back to let's finish this clip, and then we'll get back to the Adin Ross interview.
Benito Mazzulli and Giviante Gentile and Jason Stanley. Like, who the fuck are these people, bro? Never heard of my fucking life. What is an example of a fastest? Yo! All right, bro. See what I'm saying, chat? Like, this is why I don't fuck with y'all, bro. Like, dude, like, this is what the fuck I don't... Bro, I don't fuck with y'all, bro. I do not fuck with you guys.
Fat Kid for the win, 21. Thank you for the 20 community gift subs. Yeah! He's like, he knows Adolf Hitler, so he's like, yeah! Fastest! I love that clip. That's a classic. That's a banger. That's a banger clip. That's a W clip. On God. What is this?
Person, let's just say the annual salary is like 100 racks.
Okay, let's just say this. A lot of motherfuckers in the world will never get the chance to buy a Bugatti.
Right.
100%.
You're right. I know.
That's all I was saying.
Oh.
No, I wasn't like going into shit. I was just rebutting off what the fuck you said. No, I wasn't going into nothing.
Oh, okay.
No, what were you saying though? You were saying some good shit though.
Okay, so the average salary is what, like $100,000? What?
Did you just hear this motherfucker?
What's the average salary?
Bro, probably like what, 20, 30K, bro?
No way.
Bro.
Shut the fuck up.
Are you fucking crazy?
It's 60K. It's damn. Ahmad clapped the person.
What's the average salary of a human?
No, the average salary, the annual average salary in the United States currently is 63. The median is lower. Obviously, it's like, and that's for the, I think that is, there's also household for the record. So half that. We're talking annual, which I don't even think he was talking about household. Guys, there's a lot of inflation. Median is lower, take home is lower, half that if you want to know the individual salary as well. If we're talking about even younger people, then it's even lower than that. But ultimately, even on the highest number that I can give you, annual household, it's still, almost half of what he thought it was.
Bro.
And I don't think he's talking about household income. I don't think he knows what household income is. I think he probably thinks like one individual on average is making $100,000 a year.
30, 40K, bro. Are this nigga
What?
crazy?
Wait, it's really 40K?
Bro, that's what I say. Ain't it, bro? See, that's what I say. You come from two. When I ain't gonna say what you came.
You mean the money your house makes? Yes, household income is different than individual income. Individual income is what you make. Take home pay is also different, obviously. Take home pay would then mean like after taxes. But household income implies that there is usually two parents that are both working, like in most circumstances. Not that any of this matters. I just showed this to explain to you that he thinks like, you're hating so hard on Adin. Why not Celebration Rumors collabing with politics is a win and you're hating? I legitimately think Adin Ross's audience might be the stupidest motherfuckers on the planet. Like, I actually legitimately think that the people that are coming in here to be like, bro, I don't understand. Like, why are you hating? This is a W. Like, they unironically might be the dumbest people. Bro, I'm a political commentator. Like, this interaction, you don't agree, so you label and degrade, we get it. No, you don't get anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. You barely get how you fucking breathe oxygen, okay? I suspect you sometimes even forget that. Listen, the interaction between Donald Trump and Adin Ross, from where I'm standing, as a standalone for meta commentary, is unique and interesting in and of itself. Perhaps more unique and interesting than the actual talking points that Donald Trump demonstrates. Because I've heard the talking points a million times over. I've addressed it a million times over. It's his regular run-of-the-mill comments about how immigrants are coming in, they're stealing jobs, fucking bullshit. Immigrants are coming in and doing crime, that's fucking bullshit, right? All that stuff is nonsense. All that stuff is nonsense. But it's my job to look at this and offer not only commentary on the message that Donald Trump is trying to actively put forward to a young audience, right? What his intentions are with this collaboration, what this collaboration says about like what he thinks his campaign prospects look like for the upcoming election. This is what I do, right? I hope I can genuinely educate you on this matter a little bit, okay? It's intellectually dishonest to just hate on anything and anyone who doesn't agree with you, though. You do commentate sometimes, but mostly hate. Yeah, you're just upset and offended, but you know, if you were to maybe listen to what I'm saying, then you'll understand why I'm saying those things. Like, also, who the fuck sits around and goes, yeah, these people who hate me, I'm actually, you know, like I'm not going to do commentary on what they're doing. I'm actually going to glaze them. Like, what kind of fucking shit is this? Like, I'm not simply sitting around and being like, Donald Trump is so ugly. I, for one, think he's hot, for the record. Okay? I'm not just like bashing for no reason. I'm explaining what a former president is most likely thinking and feeling, that he thought that this would be a good media op for him. Okay, going on a kick streamer. And for those of you, and there are many old people in this community that tune in for the politics alone, do not know this person's background. So I have to offer them, as a media person who understands, I have to bridge the gap between people who don't know who the fuck Adin Ross is and are just simply watching this and going like, who the fuck is this guy? I have to explain to them the background a little bit. Okay? It's funny how you have to explain everything like you're talking to a 5-year-old. I mean, I think I am talking to a lot of people who are mentally a little bit stunted. You think this is a move of desperation? Yes, I do think that this is a desperate attempt from the Trump campaign for sure. But then again, in 2016, he did go on Alex Jones. So, like, I think it could either be a move of desperation or it could be that he likes to hit every avenue he possibly can. Do you know what I mean? Because remember, like I said, he went, when he was running for president in 2016, he went on Alex Jones's program. Okay? Like, I think he just doesn't, like, he'll do any media op, especially because he knows it'll be like a positive one. There's not going to be any contention here. There's not going to be like a debate. This is not going to be real journalism. Of course not. Before we get to the Venezuela thing, which the Kamala Harris campaign is using as a soundbite right now, I don't know if it's desperation or not, but like if you're asking what his angle is here, he has maxed out name recognition for virtually everyone, right? It's fucking Donald Trump. He had a lot of name recognition coming into the 2016 election, but he was an unknown outside entity. So that played a big role in winning over moderates who were like, I don't like the way things are going. I don't like the institution. I don't like the establishment. I'm going to go for the anti-establishment vote. I'm going to give Trump a try. 2020 was different because it was coming off the heels of 4 years of Donald Trump being president and people didn't like the chaos. Now that mentality has stuck. But at this point, people know who Trump is. And also on top of that, they know what it was like and how they felt under a Trump presidency. Now, having said that, there are young voters who were entirely too young to remember what a Trump presidency looked like, or they were, again, too young to like make an adequate assessment over it or whatever. So maybe in his mind, his campaign thinks this is how we capture the youth vote. It was one of the things that he said in this interview was towards the end, where he literally said, I'm going to do everything. They want to ban TikTok. I'm going to do everything to save TikTok. Most young people don't remember, but the notion of banning TikTok did not come to fruition under this administration. It originally started with Donald Trump. Donald Trump literally talked about banning TikTok. Now he's talking about saving TikTok. And I think that he's doing that because someone in his campaign is telling him, like, this is how you can potentially get name recognition and like positive approvals in a new audience that does not have that did not pay close attention to your presidency because they were just too young, right? I think that's what it is. I think that's what they're hoping. Problem is, Bernie Sanders wasn't able to activate in a primary, which is different. Primary voters are going to be older in general, but like there is no coherent and successful strategy of activating young voters. Young voters, the 18 to 35 demographic does not overwhelmingly vote. It's usually around, like, at the most is like 27%, 30%, right? So it's very, very difficult to get eligible voters from that age group, that age range, to go out and vote. I don't know if, last time it happened in serious margins that actually changed the outcome of an election was, well, not even the outcome of an election, but like greatly helped was, I would say, the Obama administration. And I don't know if Donald Trump, like, I don't think personally that Donald Trump is going to be able to activate the youth vote in a similar way to Barack Obama when a lot of his opinions are directly at odds with what young voters are looking for. And overall, turnout was quite high in 2020 and 2022 also. What was the voter turnout in 2022 for young vote? 2022 youth vote turnout. I think 2022 youth vote turnout was high. 2020 obviously is unique because 2020 had universal ballot, like mail-in ballots and universal registration. A lot of stuff happened during the pandemic that made it so that, like, obviously turnout was incredibly high. That's why Donald Trump got the most amount of votes that any Republicans ever gotten, and Joe Biden got the most amount of votes that anyone has ever gotten in American politics. So no, it wasn't fake voting. It was because it was because of ease of access to voting. That was the reason. But if you look at the youth vote in 2022, where is it? Youth voter turnout, second highest in the last 3 decades. Yeah. Look at that, dude. 18 to 29, 27%. I was literally right on the dial. 27%. I gave you a number. I told you it was exactly that number. 27% of eligible voters between the ages of 18 and 29 cast a ballot. So that is the second highest in midterm elections. If we're looking at the 2020 elections, which was different because of the maxed out voter turnout, I know explosions are happening in Iran. It's breaking. I'm not going to cover it yet. We will get more information and I will cover it. Okay. Half of the youth voted in 2020, an 11-point increase from 2016. Yeah, this was uniquely high. This was uniquely high because of ease of access to voting and COVID that made it so that there was ease of access in voting, which is the reason why the calculation was different. That's not going to work the same in a regular voting pattern where the Republicans have clamped down on universal registration and mail-in ballots in general. Okay? But the reason why I'm talking about this is because, like, there's never been a super successful method. There's never been a super successful mechanism that has been able to, in the general election or in the primaries especially, that has been able to activate like a big chunk, a big margin. Yeah. Youth turnout in 2020, increasing youth turnout from 2016 to 2020. Sent absentee ballots, sent ballot applications, no excuse absentee voting, need an excuse to vote absentee. On average, youth turnout was its highest and the largest increase over 2016 in states that automatically mailed ballot to voters. There you go. So Yellowstone is erupting. What? What is, guys, please stop. Anyway, so my point is, the youth doesn't really vote. And I think Donald Trump is trying to go after audiences that he hasn't been able to capture before. And I think that that comes from the fact that he sees the writing on the wall. He sees Kamala Harris not only catching up, but now beating him in certain battleground states in the polls, because the calculation is very different now. Okay? The calculation is very different now this time around when he's going up against Kamala Harris, who is a more vibrant, more dynamic candidate than Joe Biden. Joe Biden had a lot of haters. There was a concept called the double haters as a consequence of Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Obviously, Trump haters are the reason that Donald Trump lost. 67% of Biden voters were not voting for Biden, but instead voting against Donald Trump. Okay? That stat is actually false, man. What's that? What's wrong with that? Lots of presidents have been going for the youth vote before. I didn't say there's anything wrong with that. I'm saying I didn't say there's anything wrong with that. I'm just simply saying that it's not like it hasn't been a successful strategy thus far. That's it. Put this in your docket for later. What is this? The Chiefs star kicker Harrison Butker have agreed to terms on a contract extension to make him the highest paid kicker. I don't care about this. So yeah, I don't. Fascinating. Biden leaving the race has had a negative impact on perceptions of Trump's health. An increasing percent of voters feel Trump isn't in good health, isn't mentally fit, and is too old to be president. Like, look at that. This is funny, though. Racist stayed the same. 58% said Trump was in good health in comparison to Biden. Now is at 52%. It went from 30 to 71, obviously, from Biden to Kamala. You were trending on Twitter at number 27. I don't know why that's relevant. And I know the Google thing as well. The Google antitrust thing will do that as well. Anyway, let's get back to Donald. One of the things that's like really interesting about him saying this is that, one, it's obviously not true. The idea that these Latin American countries are like dumping their prisoners into the United States of America is actually not true, but it is projection. It's true in the other direction. Fun fact, maybe not so fun fact, but we did that. We did that to El Salvador specifically. MS-13 is an American-born gang, is a Salvadoran gang that was born in the United States of America. The United States of America famously deported the MS-13 gang members to El Salvador without telling the El Salvadoran government that they were MS-13 gang members. So we did do that. The opposite of that has never really happened, though. That's not a real thing that happens at all. Okay? You're trending because all those Adin Ross fans and engagement farmer account motherfuckers are tweeting about you. They're mad because you made fun of Adin on Twitter. Yeah, I know. People say that my audience is sensitive, but there's nothing more sensitive than a right-winger fan base. Like, they literally lose their minds. And also, who cares? It's Twitter. Twitter is like a right-wing shithole at this point. But yeah, they'll be like, how did you not say credibly nice things about my daddy? So yeah, right wingers are fucking absolute snowflakes. They're weird as fuck, and they're huge, massive snowflakes. Like, they cry so much. As far as prove that it's not true, okay, really, really simple proof for this. If they were all criminals that were coming over the border, okay, there would probably be an increase of crime. Obviously, criminals have the capacity to reoffend, I suspect, or they're being phenomenally rehabilitated when they cross over the United States border illegally. Why am I saying that? Well, because undocumented migrants actually do less crime per capita than natural-born U.S. citizens. There is no empirical evidence. There's no data to suggest the exact opposite of this, even though the only amount of the only data that you can actually find on the matter simply just comes from right-wing hysteria. They just lie about it. They say undocumented migrants are doing rapes and crimes and blah, 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 when in fact, the actual data itself is the exact opposite. You might not have ever heard about it because no one really tackles the issue with truth, and I don't know how to describe it other than the fact that like it's just readily available out there. But obviously someone going, source, I made it the fuck up in my mind, somehow is more sticky and more salient of a talking point, especially because it's attached to like really emotion invoking and really gruesome stories in general. Because this doesn't mean that like undocumented migrants don't do any crimes. Of course they do. Human beings will do crimes. That is just a constant phenomena that occurs regardless of what their background is. But that's precisely the reason why you have to look at the data rather than look at the data rather than just like look at anecdotes. For example, Donald Trump regularly claims that hundreds of thousands of Americans have been murdered by undocumented migrants over the past year. The actual number, according to Customs and Border Patrol, which is not exactly a cucked or woke institution at all, right? The actual number of migrant apprehensions for crimes, for homicide specifically, in the year 2024 is, I believe, 23. 23. So what's really interesting about that is that the right wing genuinely just focuses on every single unique and individual act of crime that was caused by an undocumented migrant, and they basically fucking turn around and churn media off of it nonstop, and it makes you think like everyone's getting murdered by fucking migrants. Not 23,000, 23, like 2, 3, 0, 2, 3. Okay, I'm not saying 23,000. Donald Trump says hundreds of thousands of migrant murders are happening. Right? Where is it? For homicide, manslaughter, 23 in 2024. In the fiscal year 2023, it was 29. Okay? Now, this doesn't mean that these are like insignificant, right? This doesn't mean that like all those 23 lives are insignificant or anything like that. I'm not making that argument at all. But that's not how you look at data. That's not how you analyze policy. That is the reason why you would have to look at like when you are personally writing legislation, you have to look at the actual, impact. You have to look at the actual impact of the legislation. Like if your goal is to lower, that's really high. What the fuck do you mean? Dude, that is the saddest way to try and fucking bait me with a double bait at the top of the hour to serve a 3-minute ad break. Okay. As a 47-month subscriber, we have new guests in here. Okay. I know you're trying to do that. That's a 1 day for you. I was going to give you a week, but I'm going to give you a day off. We have too many new people that are trying to learn right now, and you're in here acting brand new. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Compared total homicide number is over 50,000 every year. I don't know if it's 50,000, but it's high, right? America's a big country, a lot of homicides happening. They make up a minuscule percentage. Undocumented migrants do. But if you listen to Republicans and you don't actually look at the data itself, you would be led astray. You would think that the reality is very different. Okay? 21,000 reported homicide cases in the U.S. in 2022. All right? Why don't the Dems counter message like you are? Because they're cowards and they're pussies and they're bad at their jobs. That's just it. And they're just too afraid. They get swept away by powerful anecdotes themselves, and they genuinely think that the right-wing propaganda, the right-wing propaganda is actually super successful. Day 100,000 of asking if Hasanabi is going to cover the UK programs. Why do you think I wouldn't cover that? Okay? Yes, I'm going to cover it. I'm going to cover the UK riots inevitably. Please, chat. Please shut the fuck up. Please. Okay? I'm going to get to your favorite story of the day. Don't worry. You're such a cocky fuck. Bro, shut up. What is going on? Bro, I'm a Twitch streamer. What is happening?
Damn, this guy's good.